What's up, guys? Me and Zach are getting ready to head to the woods here in a little bit, try some late season bow hunting this afternoon. It's rainy, snowy today, so we're here in the shop right now trying to stay dry as long as possible. But I want to talk to you all about our cold weather gear setups. We get lots of questions about this. As you've seen the last few years, we've had pretty good success hunting in sub-zero temps, especially with the guns. We're going to be out there with a bow this afternoon, so no promises, but we've had decent success getting bucks on the ground with muzzleloader in the last few years. I've got 3 different sets of clothing, outer layers, if you will, that I'm going to go through here in a minute. But before we go out, anytime it's less than 30 degrees, we've got long johns, several layers of long underwear. I mean, underneath this hoodie right here, I got a flannel shirt on, and then 2 layers underneath it, and then this hoodie, and then I'll throw one of these jackets on a little bit. Obviously, this doesn't matter that much if it's above 30 degrees, which most of the time it is. But once we get in the late season like this, when it's getting down in the teens, single digits, sub-zero temps, 30-mile-an-hour winds, I mean, you gotta be wearing the right stuff if you're gonna spend any time out there in the woods. First thing will be your under layers. I've kinda already got them on right here. I got trash falling out of my pockets and whatnot in here. Got my under layers on, and then I wear a pair of bibs. This is just an old Legendary Whitetails set of bibs. I don't even know if they sell them anymore. You can find them, I mean, Bass Pro's got their branded stuff. Insert hunting bibs here. I mean, you can wear just about anything. The thing I do like about these bibs is that they've got a removable inner layer. This thing just Velcros into the bibs, and it's really thick and heavy. I've actually only worn it like once or twice because it's so warm. I'll put those bibs on and this on, and if it's above 15 degrees, I'm sweating. So I don't even wear these that much. I mean, the only time when I put these inner layers in is if it's below 0 pert near. Got the bibs, got a matching jacket right over here. Same type of deal. It's got one of those inner layers of insulation in it. I don't like the color of this stuff very much. It's dark, and during the late season, it doesn't really blend in particularly well, but it's warm, and that's the main thing. The other bibs that I wear, I was gonna spend some time talking about these. This is just your typical Carhartt's brown ducks. I've got brown duck coat in there as well. This is just stuff you wear working around the farm or the yard or whatever, but I found, especially if you're hunting on the ground in standing corn or in brown grass or whatever, this stuff blends in way the heck better than this dark colored camo does. Good for walking through briars and good for sitting on your knees for long hours at a time. Breaks the wind really well, so we do wear this from time to time when we're out there deer hunting. Just make sure you're not wearing brown coveralls and a brown coat during the gun season with no orange on. You don't want to get mistaken for a deer and get popped out there. That would be bad. If you're bow hunting on the ground though, in standing corn, this is going to blend in a lot better than that dark colored stuff that I was just talking about. The last outer layer is probably my favorite one, snow camo. This is from Natural Gear. It's basically just an oversized poncho almost. It's like a jacket, real thin. But when you put it on, it drops down clear to the, you know, in between your knee and your hip. And I don't even wear pants with this thing most of the time. I would probably wear snow pants if I was hunting in a tree. But what we found is if you're hunting in snow and you throw this on and you're hunting on the ground.
You don't wear pants at all?
I wear pants. Like I don't go out there with no pants, if that's what you're saying. I don't wear snow pants every time, but I probably should. And I might even think about getting some Natural Gear snow pants pretty soon. We've been using this for the last couple years, and I never thought of getting snow camo before that because I'm like, why the heck do I need snow camo if I'm gonna spend 1 or 2 days a year in it? You know, here in the Midwest, we don't get a lot of snow until late in the season, and we don't have that many opportunities to hunt in it. But it is super effective. You get snow on all the trees and the grass and everything out there and you go hunt off the ground with this stuff, you disappear. And concealment is a big deal, especially late season when you have no foliage on the trees. The deer have been hunted hard for months at this point, so they're pretty skittish enough as it is. Especially like in our case tonight, we're ideally going to be seeing a bunch of deer. There's going to be a lot of does and young bucks coming out before a big buck does. So wherever we get set up, especially with a bow, we're going to have to be concealed so that those first deer aren't busting us on the way out. But definitely look into this snow camo. It's real affordable, and this isn't like heavy duty. I wear my other coveralls underneath this and just throw this over the top anytime that it's snowing. All right, that's it for the 3 different layers of clothing. The next thing I'll talk about is boots. And we wear your standard hiking boots. I got my mud boots over there, my dry shods. We wear those clear down to around 20 degrees. If it's at around 20 or in the 20s, I'll throw like a toe warmer or something in the bottom of them. I bought these from Bass Pro not long ago. They're just hot hands toe warmers with the hand warmers in the same pack. Those toe warmers, you just take them off and stick them in the bottom of the boot to keep your toes warm. We go through gobs and gobs of them throughout the course of the season. But anyway, and it's down in the 20s, wear those other boots, that your main boots that you would typically wear. But when it gets down in the teens, single digits, and sub-zero, I go to these freaking astronaut things. When I put them on, I just imagine myself being Buzz Aldrin and jumping onto the moon.
That's one small step for man.
These are Saskatchewan pack boots from Cabela's. I have no idea if they even sell them anymore. My old boss Bill had some of these at his house one time and was hunting late season with them. And I was asking him how well they worked. He's like, oh man, they're really nice. And it was, you know, single digits at the time when we were out hunting. My feet were freezing and he was pretty toasty with his on, so I bought a pair of them. And they actually came with an inner layer, kind of like the coveralls I was talking about a while ago, but these things are so warm that I don't even wear the inner layer. I mean, if it's 0 degrees and I put a pair of wool socks on and stick a toe warmer in the bottom of these, I'm good for a couple hours out there. The problem with these pack boots, as you can see, is they're freaking enormous. So that they don't, I mean, walking around the woods is kind of a pain in the butt. They're not graceful to climb up in a tree with, but they do keep your feet warm. I only wear them a handful of times a year, but that's what kind of makes or breaks it for me, is the feet in the late season when it gets that cold. It's like if your feet get real cold, you're toast. So these things are nice when it gets super chilly. The other thing that you got to pay attention to is your hands. I got this hand warmer years ago. It's just an old Hunter Safety System hand warmer. This one just straps around you, buckles in the back, and I'll throw a couple of hot hands in this at the beginning of the hunt, and then I'll put an extra pair of gloves in this hand warmer. And when we're out there, you got your hands on the heat the whole time until it's time to reach up and grab the bow or the gun or whatever and shoot the deer. Because if your hands get cold, you're toast. And on a day like today, when we got a lot of rain and snow and stuff, I'm bringing multiple pairs of gloves with me. Because if that first pair gets wet, forget it. You ain't gonna last much longer. Gloves, I've got kind of a medium weight pair of just wool gloves. I've got 2 pairs of these that I like to bring, and then I've got my typical lightweight gloves here in my pocket. And these are the types that you would wear during any time of the year. What I like to do though is I'll put my lightweight glove on my trigger hand, my trigger finger, and then I put my heavier glove on my bow hand or my stock hand of the gun. And that's the one that comes out of the hand warmer first and is holding the weapon. Then when it's time to actually shoot, you pull that other one off the heat, clip on, because I don't like to have a big bulky glove on my finger where I can't feel the trigger of what I'm, shooting. As long as you got that hand warmer and those hot hands going in it, you can get away with that. But I don't like those real heavy gloves, like
Kind of a ski glove.
yeah. I don't like them like skiing and snowboarding gloves that are real bulky. You can't feel nothing with them for hunting. So I like these. The only problem is they ain't very waterproof. So if I wear these today and they start getting wet, I'll take them off and I'll put a dry pair on and then try to keep my hands in those hand warmers, keep them dry as possible for as long as possible. Other thing is head wear. I got on my beanie right now, but when it gets real cold, I put this rabbit hat on. I look like an idiot, but I'm real warm, so that's the main thing. And then we've got one of our neck gaiters here. This is real nice to be able to pull up over your face and cover your skin. And that rabbit hat is super, super warm. That's what I wear when it gets down in the single digits. And I guess to wrap this up, I'll talk a little bit more about the layers I'm wearing underneath of the bibs. And it surprisingly isn't as much as you'd think. I used to just bulk on like Ralphie in A Christmas Story to where I couldn't even move, and I was out there waddling around, looked like an idiot, looked like the Michelin Man. But I got away from that because I ended up always being hot and sweaty. And it seems like my body never really gets that cold. My hands, my face, and my feet are the things that I got to worry about the most. So I just throw on a few layers underneath of my bibs. I mean, I got a pair of long underwear and a pants on, and I'll put those bibs on, and then I'll put, you know, my outer shell coat on, and I'll probably have to take that coat off to walk in there because I don't want to be sweating the whole time that I'm going in to hunt. So with that said, take care of your hands, take care of your feet, take care of your face and any exposed skin. That's the main thing. And make sure you got extra gloves and plenty of these babies. They're cheap. When you go to Walmart or Bass Pro or Amazon or wherever the heck you get them, you might as well buy several packs of them if you're planning on spending any time in the woods. That's pretty much it. Can you think of anything else?
Pretty good. Maybe a little better organization, but one thing.
Yeah, I could definitely improve my organizational skills a little bit. You know, I need to get clear totes instead of black totes so I can see what the heck is in each one of them. But that's pretty much it. We've hunted in sub-zero temps. Last year, me and Ted were hunting, and the wind chill was like -48 the night that we killed that mature buck up in Iowa with the muzzleloader. And we had that snow camo on, and them deer couldn't see us at all down in there. I mean, we were moving around a fair amount, and you just blend in so well with that stuff. So I would definitely advise looking in the snow camo. But that's it for this video, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully a few of those tips helped, and me and Zach going to head to the woods, see if we can find us a buck.